G'day guys, Future Bentley here. It's actually about 3 or 4 weeks after this video is filmed. Never actually made an intro for it. It made no sense when we were trying to edit it. This is the day after I got back from Melbourne. The car was sold, just had to take it to work. I wanted to swap the FPV wheel out of the blue car into the black car because I was going to keep that and sell the blue car with the wheel out of the black car. So that's why I was swapping the wheel. Obviously then drove to work, started yapping. Not sure how much of that I'm going to use, but we'll find out. Anyway, so the car is sold. In this video, you see who the new owner is and what he's going to do with it. Since filming this video, his plan has actually changed a little. So I do say that he's going to be doing a big build on this car, putting his motor and stuff in it. That's not going to happen anymore. He's going to go ahead and cage and 9-inch his original grey car, and this blue car is just going to be a street car for him, just with going to freshen up the motor a bit and put a bigger turbo on and little basic stuff. So just a fun street car. So definitely got all that wrong because his plan has changed since, and yeah. So anyway, hopefully this video makes sense now that there's a proper intro, and I'll see how we go editing it, and I might make some more changes as we go. So it may seem like a little bit of a strange series of events, but I need to steal this steering wheel out of the black car to put into the blue car, and then I'll put the steering wheel from the blue car in the black car. You know the deal, airbag out of the way, undo the bolt, leave it a little bit tight still, belt the stock out of it, pull it off. At least if nothing else, no one will be able to steal the black car while I'm doing this, but I'm just going to take that wheel with me in the blue car and drive to work and swap it at work, because the new owner is coming to pick up the blue car any minute. And then we're going to leave the black BA here in my spot. We're going to grab the blue BA and drive it to work. And what do you know, it's flat. So lucky I've got my jump pack now. Made it the whole way to Brisbane. Yep, alright, detected. See if this jump starts. Beautiful. Alrighty, so now seems as good a time as any to tell the story, but this BA, it originally came from Queensland when Kester bought it. So Kester bought it in 2011 in August from Josh Werber. So you may know him as XR6 or absolute F-wit. Anyway, he bought it when he was like 21 or something. He sold it to Kester. When he was 21, Kester sold it to Cara, his partner at the time. She's had it, I think Cara bought it in 2017. So Kester had it from 2011 to 2017. Cara had it from 2017 to 2025, so she actually owned it for the longest. I bought it off her, obviously, with the intentions of either flipping it or potentially reshelling the black car into it. So yeah, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. Anyway, Josh had also been yapping at the heels of this car for a little bit. When Kester and Cara were thinking of selling it the first time, and then they were thinking of selling it another time. I never really ended up actioning trying to sell it. Wasn't until I sort of just said, look, you know, I'll buy it, blah, 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 for this much. Next time I'm down, I'll grab it. If it's still like pretty nice, I'll grab it. So anyway, once Josh found out that I bought it, he was like pretty annoyed. Not annoyed, but he always sort of was yapping about wanting to buy it back, but he never actually actioned anything. And Kester and Cara never really actioned anything, so it just never was really meant to be. But anyway, so once he realised I'd bought it and was going to flip it, he jumped on board and he said, no, don't sell it, I want to take a look at it first. So he hasn't looked at it yet, but he's going to come look at it shortly at work, and he'll basically make the decision on whether he wants to buy it or not. I'm not really making any money on this deal. Obviously, I put enough on it to cover the costs of, you know, the oil and brake fluid and all that sort of stuff that I just bought, the fuel heading up, and like another $500 basically. So Josh ends up getting a pretty good deal because it would have cost him like $2,000 to transport it up, or he would have had to drive down with a trailer, drive back with a trailer. Would have taken him like 5 days off work and all that stuff, which I'm sure he'd be fine with, but that's a lot of fuel and stuff anyway, even with a diesel Ranger or whatever he's got. He's got a F-150 now, but there's a lot of money in petrol. So either way, he ended up getting an alright deal on it because I just put $1,000 on what I paid, which then, yeah, obviously covers servicing stuff, fuel. my flight down, I guess it covers that, but I was doing that regardless because I went down for my nephew's birthday, so that's just a bonus. So yeah, basically, as long as he's happy with it, all he cares about is the paint, obviously, because he was about to do a big next step on his BF, which was a 9-inch in cage. So what he's going to actually do now is he's going to send this car for the 9-inch in cage, which is perfect because when they're doing the cage, they can look at that, the rust in the boot, and he'll probably look at doing boot pins in a lightweight setup anyway and get rid of the hinges and gas struts. So it honestly probably won't affect him in the slightest. Maybe an extra couple $100 to the fabricator to get that sorted anyway. And then he's going to put his driveline, motor and gearbox in this car, fuel system, all that sort of stuff. Because just like me with my old grey BA, you do feel things for cars you used to own when you were younger, and he's got the chance to buy it back, so why not? I think he might then put this driveline back into his grey car and potentially sell that as just a manual Stocko BF XR6. Not sure exactly what his plan is, but anyway, we'll speak to him when he comes to pick the car up. So yeah, unfortunately the video series on this car probably won't happen. What I will try and do though is, if you really are interested in this car at all, I can organise with Josh to go maybe film some more stuff on it as he's getting the build done. Maybe once the cage and 9 inches in, we can go to his place and do a video on the car of how it went and stuff, and maybe show some of him putting his driveline and stuff in it maybe, who knows. That might be pretty cool. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, this it's always a risk, you know, buying a car to flip, and I thought, you know, look, this helps Josh out immensely with getting his car back to him, and it just helps me getting out of this car again without losing money, because it's always a slippery slope of, I want to put a clutch in it, and I want to go do skid pan days in it, and I want to go and do all sorts of stuff to it, and then when I go to sell it, I'm just not going to see any of that money back. The price I paid for it, yeah, I would have made some good money on the car if I just put it up for sale for 15 grand or something. I probably would have, you know, made a couple of grand, but I would also hate selling a car to just someone, you know, with issues. So I would want to look at fixing a lot of little things, obviously getting a leather console lid and you know, fixing up a lot of oil leaks. So it would basically be motor out. Obviously that exhaust stud in the motor is pulled the threads, so I'd want to drop the motor and reseal everything anyway and helical all that. By the time I do all that, I'm probably another 2 grand into the car. I'd probably make the same amount of money selling it at that point as what I'm going to make by basically doing nothing to it. So look, that's fine by me. That would have been cool to get a lot of content, to show a lot of stuff, pulling the motor, resealing everything, maybe throw a timing chain kit through it. Like, all that sort of stuff would be cool to do, but at the end of the day, I've still got the grey BA. So I think getting out of this one, pulling that parachute early, getting out of this one gives me a chance to free up mental capacity as well to maybe get back into the grey car. You know, hearing Josh talk about, you know, oh, that was my car when I was 21, and really being into, you know, trying to get his car back and running again, it sort of just gave me a little bit more passion again to get the grey BA going again, I suppose. So yeah, let's go this way. So yeah, I think it's probably the little bit of the kick up the butt that I sort of needed to get back into the grey car. Obviously the black car I only bought to sort of flip as well. I'm now, you know, I've spent like 9 grand on that thing since I bought it. Having said that though, that car has come an absolutely long way, and I mean, that money even covers the coilovers that I even fitted to it. So look, at the end of the day, it's not the worst project. I've learnt so much on that car as well, but maybe it is coming to the point where I do a couple more track days in it, try and run, you know, like a sub 7 second no prep 8th mile hit. Once I do that, then maybe pull a cord on that one too and jump out of that one, try and sell it, try and make some money on it, or at least even if I break even on that black car, I'll be absolutely over the moon anyway. Because yeah, like I said, I've learnt so much on that car, which is awesome. I've learnt so much more about the Haltech ecosystem, tuning, setting up ECUs, wiring in sensors, all sorts of stuff. You know, doing conditional settings for functions and features and stuff, and like all stuff that I never would have learnt without buying that car. So absolutely thankful for the chance on that. And then yeah, maybe it is time to get rid of that car too, and then put all the proceeds from that one into the grey car, start again fresh. Because yeah, obviously, like I sort of said a couple of videos back, that black car, that motor's been built for 6 years. The gearbox has been in it for probably about that. Everything's probably almost ready for a refresh anyway. So anyway, the intercooler and stuff is going in that car this weekend. And then, you know, make 1,000, make over 1,000 hopefully, and at least be able to sell it with a big number and stuff. Maybe pull some of the Haltech gear out of it for the grey BA. Yeah, and then obviously can decide what I'm doing from there. Yeah, we're coming up to work now anyway, so I will rip everything out of this car, get it ready for Josh to take it, and he'll probably be at work in about half hour or so. Get a kick out of this. Just a couple of manual stallions. I know that's not my BA, that's Frankie's. Alright, so obviously with Werber taking the car, I'm going to take all this crap out, because that might come in handy on a future project. All he needs to do if he wants to get this working again is just get a cigarette lighter, which I could probably give him out of the black car, honestly, because I'm going to a keypad mount and I'm just going to hardwire a USB plug into it anyway. So I'll give him that if he wants one. Take all my quad lock out, my GoPro mount and everything. So quad lock mount. Yeet. This actually came in awesome handy on the road trip on the way home. Just being able to wirelessly charge the phone, and it just goes clip. It's not like the twist ones like the old ones, so absolutely awesome mount if you do want to get one of them. Alright, so just final look at the car before Werber comes and gets it. So good from afar. It's not the mintest thing in the world. I mean, a couple of little scrapes here and there. Could probably do with a new side skirt. Bit of a scrape on that one, but overall it'll do exactly what he wants. Now, a funny thing, I can't remember if I mentioned this in my other video, but this red paint here, we're painting the brakes, in case I had the red rattle can sitting on there, and then the bonnet fell down and it blew the whole freaking can up and sprayed everything. But anyway, doesn't matter, they'll come off with a bit of acetone probably. And then, yeah, this is just gonna get a 1350 horsepower motor package thrown in it. And then yeah, should be a bit of a goer with a cage and a 9-inch, and should run some good times. So another thing I'm not sure I mentioned, these wheels are actually off my old FG when I bought that, so I'll put a pic of that in. And Kyle wants to buy them, so I'll see if Josh wants to sell them to Kyle when he's here to pick up the car. And Kyle might have some FG wheels to go on his FG. Alright, just giving the car my final wash. We'll park it out in the sun, just give you one final look at it. And I've got to switch this wheel out, nearly keep forgetting. So the wheel is a little gross, but it's just going to get retrimmed, so it'll hopefully come up alright with a retrim. Just adds that little bit more silver to mine as well to match the buttons. This was a Luxpack car, so it had a clock originally. It didn't have anything silver. Car actually wrapped that black and it actually looks alright, but I think Josh will probably just end up putting all his stuff on it. Yeah, final look at the car now that it's clean. Comes up really nice, this thing. Always looks real shiny. Josh will be happy with it. What do you reckon, Barragiri? It's velocity. Velocity, not breezy. Solenoid works. We've got a bit of a 30 psi boost happening on this thing, this contraption. I'm not sure if I've showed this on the channel or not, but tuned this up for Chris. Got a pulsar with screamer, and she's overboosting, so something's going a little haywire here. So better give that a bit of a look at. Our programming. So I think Josh will be happy with that.
All right, airbag out, loosened off the bolt, give this a good banging and pull it off. So it's a little slimy, but you get that on big jobs. Now, not sure if Autotech, I'm pretty sure that was the genuine Ford. The original ones were Momo and had a little round dot on them. They were only on the BA Mark 1s, and BF and BA Mark 2 onwards got these Autotech ones. But yeah, pretty sure this did come off an actual F6. So yeah, we'll smack this wheel off, put the stock one on. The stock one's actually in way better condition. It's a little bit worn, but nowhere near as bad as this one. So anyway, I'll try and get this retrimmed. So if anyone knows a good place to retrim wheels, I don't want to try and do it myself or anything. Yeah, I'll get some quotes, but if it's going to end up too expensive, I think for about $1,000 I can buy a flat bottom carbon top one like what's in Frankie's car anyway for $1,000. So I may just end up doing that if the quote's going to be like $700 or something to get this fixed. Might just sell this one off if it's going to be that case. So anyway, I'll rip it off, and Josh should be here any minute now. Alrighty guys, so final look at the Falx before she goes off to its new owner. This absolute pest. So Josh used to own this in 2011. He sold it to Castor. So it's going to get a pretty mighty driveline put in it and run some spicy numbers. Alright, he's going for his test voyage, see if he stalls. No stalling. Off he goes. This is some illegal driving from Josh, who works for... Don't put this in the video, Castor, but I'll use it as evidence. So there's something about a manual Falcon, hey?
I feel like I'm 20.
Yeah, dude, it's sick. Like, I had the best time driving it back. Getting on a freeway on-ramp, just rowing through all 6 gears. There's just something about them. Oh, no takesy-backsies now. Warranty void. What's going on the trailer? All right, I'm gonna empty my hands because I'm juggling everything and I'm gonna drop everything.
Better love story than Twilight.
That is just gonna clear, I reckon. If you drop the trailer down a bit.
You can't.
Oh, okay. It'll clear. It's the tyres are just, yeah. Oh, who cares about that exhaust anyway? Yeah, you're on the blocks now, so. Just a little kiss on the pecker. It's gonna touch again. And up. All right, car's turned off, so warranty void on the battery as well. And the little horse sticker is staying. Lucky I've got my little mini Pajero to get me home and my steering wheel. So gonna go to 1320, get some clamps, some Airflow weld-on 3-inch clamps for my black BA. My black BA, I still got the grey one. For the black BA, and then coming in on tomorrow, going to do some work to that, and then on Sunday we're going to fit the cooler. Jozzy's going to weld it in for me. He's a much better fabricator than me, so he'll do a much neater job than I would have. Also much faster, so less farting around with Jozzy on the case. So that will do it for this video, guys. So yeah, the blue BA was short-lived, but it was much loved for the 4 days that I owned it. Going to an awesome home now anyway with Josh, so it's going to be pretty wild when he finishes with it. So once he gets it back from Fab, we'll probably head out to his and show you the updates on that, if that's all right with him. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next video. Have a good one.